What is going on, guys? HumbleZeus here, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys my opinions on the Black Ops 3 beta now that I've gotten a chance to play it and kind of review it in my head, show you guys what I liked and what I disliked about the beta, and do I think it's worth purchasing when the full game drops based off of what we got to play here. So starting off with the positives, I'm going to cover the positive things I liked first, and then I'm going to go into things that I didn't really enjoy about the beta last, and then just give my overall opinion on what I think you guys should do regarding this game. So, starting off with the positives, the movement. In my Black Ops 3 wishlist video, which I made some time ago, I mentioned that I liked Black Ops 2, but I just wanted the movement to be improved, and they delivered here. They basically took the exos from Advanced Warfare and nerfed them, and surprisingly, that didn't make the game worse, it made it better, because you still had the fun movement of the exos, like the things that people enjoyed about the exos, being able to reach higher, climb onto ledges higher, you know, get better vantage points. You still had that, but it wasn't crazy. It wasn't like over the top. It didn't, you know, break game flow. The jets, they still reveal your position apparently because there's a perk that cancels it, but I didn't really notice it being on or off having a big effect on the game. I don't think it's as big as like a cone telling people where you are, but it was still very enjoyable to bounce around. But they stuck to ground combat mostly, using the other movements as a way to either outmaneuver or escape your enemies, like wall running and jumping underwater and swimming away. Both of those mechanics worked very well. Wall running had its own advantages and disadvantages, which I'm happy for because that means it encourages people not to spam wall run. People will get shot off walls very easy. They're very easy targets. You don't move too quickly, so it's very easy to shoot you. You can fall off the wall if you stay on there too long. You can collide with somebody and you'll both drop. So there's a lot of reasons to avoid it, but there's also a lot of reasons to use it, because you can use it to flank or as a way to escape or make yourself a harder target to hit by jumping on a wall. And you know, while there's your enemy's hiding behind something, they can't see you and you can start spamming them with bullets. So there was reasons to use it and there's reasons against it, and I think it's going to balance out how many people actually use it. At the beginning of the beta, I saw a lot of people wall running, and towards the end I saw less people doing it, only when they were surrounded by a lot of teammates who could cover them. So I think that for people who are worried that it's going to be overused, I do not think it's going to be an issue. Underwater combat felt really cool. It felt sluggish, which I actually expected and I was hoping for, because, you know, it wouldn't make much sense if you could move through water as though you could on land. And they made it very tense. Like when you jump in the water, you're temporarily like you can't see, and in that time someone who's waiting for you can murder you. But a lot of people don't camp underwater because eventually you start to run out of air and you eventually start to die. At least that's what I found. So I think overall they did a good job on water combat. The maps are designed to support different playstyles, so if you like to rush, there's a lot of ways to rush with the new movement mechanics. But if you like to hang back, maybe you're a sniper, there's lots of places where you can hang back. There's lots of head glitching spots, so there's a little bit for everybody. Everybody can make use of the map. Obviously, there are going to be some maps that are better suited to some things than others, but overall, I like the map design. They're very easy to learn after you've played them a few times, which I'm happy for. I didn't want really super complicated maps. I still wanted maps that were fun, but had a bit of variety, and these maps definitely do. I do miss the dynamic maps where like things would happen. Like there was one map, I think it's called Stronghold, I might be wrong on that, but Stronghold had something like, it was like a snowy mountain area, and I was kind of hoping that they'd have like an avalanche or like a snowstorm blow in that would kind of blind the players and make it harder to see, which would, you know, incorporate team usage, maybe UAVs or vision pulse, something along those lines. I was kind of wishing for dynamic maps to do something, but it doesn't appear like there's going to be any in this game. I wish they would bring them back. If they could do that, that would still be awesome, but I doubt there's enough time for them to do that. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I don't know enough about programming, that kind of stuff, but I still enjoyed the maps regardless. They were still very fun to play, and I think overall people are going to say majoritively the maps are not too bad, and I think that we're gonna have a good time with them. I can't wait to see the full roster and see what kind of maps we're gonna get, and I'm even curious to see what kind of DLC maps they'll do in the future. Now, moving into the next point, the specialist. As you can see me, I'm using my bow and arrow here. I love the specialist. I think they added a whole new layer of depth to the game. It was very fun to play with all of them. I got to play with the gravity spikes, I got to play with the bow and arrow, the vision pulse, the tempest, and I think something like war machine. I got to play with all of those. There were others, but unfortunately due to lagginess and just overall lack of time, I didn't get to unlock and play with everything. But I still had a great time using them, and they all felt strong, but not overly overpowered. Like some of them did feel stronger than others, but I kind of expected that because they're like a gun streak that you get. I mean, you get them over time while playing, and they don't last forever and they disappear when you die. So that means like if you don't get to use it before you die, you have to re-earn it, which kind of balances out how strong they are. And overall, I think they were very good. I got to play with the paint shop and decorate my guns, which I'm not showing you off right now, but I do have, I believe, some gameplay where I have a customized gun. That to me was lacking, and a lot of the guns you can only customize like maybe the top part or like 20% of the gun with your like original camo, and then a lot of it is still like gray or whatever color the gun happens to be. The Razorback is actually really lucky because you get to cover a lot of the gun with paint, which I enjoyed, but you can't really cover everything, and some guns like have no coverage. Like the HVK 30, you can only cover like, I would say 10%, maybe even 5% of that weapon with paint. It wasn't really good. I think that they should, you know, increase the amount you can cover. Maybe they're saving it for paint jobs, like the normal ones that you can unlock through like normal gameplay. Maybe that's what they're waiting for or something. I don't know what it is, but I do kind of hope they allow you to cover more of the gun. They probably won't. I'm not seeing that happening, but that was something that I was kind of about. Grenades I felt were a little bit too strong. I think their splash damage was just a bit too strong. I think they should either reduce some of the splash damage, reduce the size of the explosion. I'm happy with grenades though, because grenades are actually useful now. It does make me worried about C4 because I'm not sure how strong C4 actually is this time around. I don't think it's going to be overpowered, but with how strong the grenades were, because people were actually using them, I'm not too sure. C4 might be a bit stronger than I thought. But overall, I don't have a lot of complaints with the game so far. When the full game releases, I'll do another review, having, you know, spent more time playing it, and give you guys a decision on whether or not you should buy it. As it currently stands, I definitely think it's a good game. I think that if you're looking for a fun Call of Duty, especially after Ghosts and Advanced Warfare, this would be a good choice to pick up for just like a fun time, even for a little bit, because I haven't gotten to play it forever, and obviously I am, you know, someone who has been desperate for a fun Call of Duty. This might color my review, and I fully understand that, but I think everybody's a little bit jaded after the last two Call of Duty, so I think we're just really hoping for a good title. I'm hoping for the best for this title. I definitely think it's a fun game, and that if you can get access to the beta, I know they give out friend codes with every pre-order. See if your friends will let you borrow the code if you can. It's a fun game, absolutely amazing. Definitely get it if you can. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something about the game, what the things that are good about it, what bad about it, and make a better decision for it, because I know your money is important. All our money is important. And I think that we should, you know, get the best product we possibly can. And I think that Black Ops 3 will definitely be a semi-good investment, if not a great investment, for people who are finally looking for a good Call of Duty. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to leave your own opinions down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in another video. Zeus out.